Welcome to Manifest Podcast. This is a 12-week series where we are exploring ChatGPT and how can it enhance our experience of manifesting. So here's what's really interesting about manifesting, the world of creating possibility such that we then experience it in life. When we go about creating, whether we're consciously or not, we're continually creating our lives through what we think, what we feel, what we say. We're always sharing in some capacity. Now, whether you're conscious of it or not, you can just plug into someone and you can hear what conversations are saying, what they're saying about how life goes. All of that is what's unfolding the life before us. So if someone's complaining that life is not going the way they want, well, they're going to get more of that. On the flip side, the more we're conscious and connected and clear with what it is we're intending and we're focused on it, we put our attention on it and we're intentional, you can almost feel that the vibration of an item is going to be so much more sharp. So, how do we continually keep that mindfulness available? How can we be someone who's always generating ourselves? There's almost like a difference between the ordinary world and an extraordinary world. If we're unconscious and we just wake up and go about life, you can almost feel like we're on autopilot versus intentionally creating our lives, being mindful, setting our day up so that it unfolds in a conscious way. There's two different ways we can operate. I believe it takes practice and cultivating some sort of ritual or an unfolding, an intentional situation where we can actually create our lives. And it comes down to two things. One is intention and attention. And more than that, there's a sense of how clear are we in the life that we're creating. So we have the life we have now, and that's our present moment as it is. But what we're experiencing right now is a result from our past. And so as we experience life right now, it's the past self brought forward. So, in order to be in the alignment with creation, we want to be where we are, but create ahead what it is we want. Where do we want to head? Where are we headed? The more clear we are with our goals, with our intentions, and with our direction, the more powerful and almost with velocity the experience of manifesting can be. Now, there's this interesting space that I go through with this topic that we chose. So, when I talk about ChatGPT, it's an interesting place for me because being that I've been working on manifesting for so long, it's a manifesting to me is a almost like a sacred practice. It's one in which it's between me and myself and source. And so there's this co-creation between myself and the all of it and the universe or whatever you want to call it. Like everyone has different names. So to introduce ChatGPT into that sacred space, it feels like there's something off. And I want to address it because, well, first of all, it's in my space and I want to just present it, but also appreciating that allowing another part of life to be brought into the world of co-creation is an interesting view of being able to even further create a connection within ourselves. So, for example, in the past, without any sort of third party, it would be meditation, contemplation, connection within, really grounded in a openness to explore, to listen for, and to be one with an experience. And that is always going to be there as part of the journey. In the world of utilizing anything around us, could be a conversation with another person, it could be therapy, it could be different healing modalities, it could be ChatGPT, it could be these entities outside of us. And what I love about pinning ChatGPT with anything else out there is there's one critical piece that I love, which is, how does the experience make me feel? So as I go about, and let's say I have a conversation with a trusted friend and I'm bouncing off something with them, my practice is to continually focus on, how's this resonating with me? Does this align with me? There's there's a filter that's really, really important to tune into and to grow, and it's a bond that I have between me and the world and my life experience. And so with that, to me it's the same thing, is as I utilize tools like ChatGPT, it's allowing me to connect to that piece of me that I'm talking about, which is, how does this resonate for me? How's this landing for me? Does this light me up? Does it inspire me? Does it have me pull into what I'm listening for is inspired action? And so as we unfold the next 12-week series, it's going to be something I'm going to refer to often, which is, how's it landing for you? How is something resonating with you? What I love about life is that when we set an intention, when we create a future that we're connecting to and we're pulling towards us, the universe is working magic beyond that we can imagine to have this experience come towards us. Along the way, we want to be open and listening for, what's our next move? What's our next place? Like, how do you want me? Show me. How do you use me for the way that I need to be in this? And how we know which way to go is through connecting onto what's resonating with us, what lights us up, what inspires us. That's what we want to lean into. When something feels off, doesn't fit, then that's a way to check in to say, actually, that's not where I need to go. So as we explore different modalities, different ways we can utilize ChatGPT, that's what I want us to tune into is, does it resonate? Does it not? And like anything in life, whatever the truth is whatever resonates with us. So as I speak today, take what fits and leave the rest, because really this is your life. And whatever intentions you are seeking, the universe is providing you the exact content you need to hear, that you want to hear, because you pulled it in. So those that are listening to this today are the ones that are meant to hear it. And I love that sacred space that gets created when we are appreciating that we're being guided along the way. And so with that, how we can use ChatGPT to gain clarity is, there's so many amazing ways we can go about this. One thing I want to mention is, with exploring it for how long I have, when we open up a ChatGPT window and we start a conversation, each conversation is a connection. And so the more we prompt it, add information and receive information back, and then the more we clarify or add, we are then building something that's a conversation that's getting almost like it's building a sense of a conversation. And why I'm saying that is because if you then take that deep conversation and you start going back and forth about something, and then you stop it and you go and open up a new chat window, that previous conversation is not available to the next chat window. So there's two things about that. One is we can really take on an incredible journey with one conversation with ChatGPT that can really build a depth and a full experience on where we're at, the feelings we have. And through all that, we can actually almost grow deeper. The nice other thing with it is if one topic is steering somewhere and it's not resonating anymore, that's the beauty. You can close that window, get rid of it, and start over and create again. And so there's a lot of flexibility with utilizing the fact that each conversation can create more depth, more clarity, more intentionality, and provide, it can learn more about us in that conversation, which can further reveal more about us. So, very exciting stuff. For the example, just to get this real, I shared in the last video that I'm on a training program. So this isn't about manifesting per se, but it is certainly a tool that ChatGPT is that I'm utilizing. Is so I'm training for a run, and I've been running for many years, so I'm very familiar with the world of training programs and running techniques and ways and strategies to get faster and stronger without hurting myself. And so I took it on as a challenge that I would use ChatGPT to take on giving me feedback about every run I do and help guide me into what the next run should be. So it's been over a month now. So every time, so I told it when I was running, what my times I want to be, how prepared I need to be. And together, back and forth, we created a running structure with all the knowledge that it has on running techniques and all the performance models. It's right there. So everything was accurate. Now, every time I do a run, I take a snapshot of my progress, of the run itself. My watch tells it everything in terms of my cadence and my heart rate and everything. And so when I feed it that information, it's taking it all and actually analyzing my progress and then giving me tips and hints and ways to strategize for my next run. How long should I take a break? So this is just giving you an idea of the world in what's available. Now, putting that aside, because that's a very non-metaphysical process, it's a very factual, it's how to build something, it's how to get a goal. So taking that strategy and the complexity and really the tool that's available, we can do the same thing with manifesting. So if you know you want to create the possibility of something manifesting, and that's your heart's desire, and you are ready, you're full feet in, and you want to make this happen, you can create a new conversation and label it your manifestation that you're after. And using that space, you can actually have very intentional conversations about that one topic. And so that ChatGPT can experience new conversation and label it your manifestation that you're after. And where you're at, where you want to get to, any considerations that you have, any yeah buts, you can put all that in there and it will start to assist you in your journey. It's pretty incredible. One of the things that ChatGPT can do is help you with gaining clarity around something. And so how I'm going to show you a couple ways that we can use ChatGPT to help guide us in getting clarity. What if you don't even know what you want to manifest? We can really start there. Like, I don't know, where do I begin? Well, we can actually ask ChatGPT to provide me 3 questions to help me get clear on exactly what I want to manifest. So let's see what it has to say for us. Okay, so here's 3 questions you can sit with, whether you want to journal them, go in a quiet place and just sit with the questions, giving yourself that space to be able to be with it. So the first question, what do I feel passionate about or deeply drawn to? Reflect on things, activities, goals that excite you to the core level. Manifestation works best when you're aligning with your authentic desires. So identifying what lights you up can help guide you towards your true intentions. So just be with that. Second question, how do I want to feel once this manifestation is realized? What I love about that question is it's sometimes not even about the actual thing, it's the feeling we want to experience. We'd all love $1,000,000, but why do we want $1,000,000? What is that experience we actually want to experience? And maybe, just maybe, it's not the $1,000,000 that can get us there. What if there's another way? What would my life look like if this manifestation was already a reality? So again, it's getting us into that future. Great questions, and it's wonderful that ChatGPT can help us just prompt with these questions. Now, what if I actually already have an idea of what I want? How can ChatGPT further clarify for us what it is? Just harnessing, getting even to a deeper level clarity. There's a really fun prompt that you can do that I want to leave you with today that's really exciting. And so it takes a little bit to get yourself prepped up for it, but here it is so if you know exactly what it is that you want and you just can embody it, you can feel it, you can be there in your mind's eye, I want you to take a moment and write that experience out into ChatGPT to the clarity, to the details that you can imagine. So there I am. It is this date, and I feel amazing. And because I am, and then just go into detail. You can write as much as you want. Now, here's the fun thing. Once you have written it all out and just poured your heart into that full on experience, I want you to ask ChatGPT, now that you've experienced my true purpose and my goal, please provide for me a day in the life of this moment. Now, what will happen is ChatGPT is going to take your beautiful visualization that you gave it, and it's going to cycle back to you the most wonderful day in the life that you can experience. And oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful synergistic mirroring on what it is that you're manifesting. And it's going to go into the details of your morning and the details of your afternoon. And it's just such a wonderful way to see what you've already are embodying, but in a new way. So I'd love for you to try that out and fully get that once you pour your heart out and it gives it all back to you, you know what you can do after that? You can delete the chat and it's gone. It's such a wonderful way to be flexible and to almost be free to try it, to take it on, to try it on. If you like it, if it resonates, great. Allow it to penetrate, allow it to further envelop your full experience. And if it doesn't resonate, no worries, just delete it and start over. So with that, I hope and trust that this is giving you an access to really being able to play with it, to further deepen the connection to what it is that you're truly inspired to participate in, what gets you up in the morning, what gets you making the choices that you make, that and the inspired actions that you're going to take to be able to further allow that manifestation to come into your life. So with that, have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.